It's grueling stuff for Ruiz, isn't it? He, you know, may not look much, but have this big man leaning over you, and you know, very, very tiring.
Well, it's been a real uphill struggle, this, hasn't it, for John Ruiz? I gave him round 3, but unfortunately nothing else apart from a level round.
Well, I've been kinder to him, but I don't think he's winning the fight. Others may disagree. But he just, when he got in range then, he took a right hand as well.
But I have to say, I'm very impressed by the commitment here of Ruiz. He knows he's out of his depths, but he's still having a real go.
Yeah, he's just kept coming forward, trying to do something about it. He knows he can't stand off, so he's got to get inside. And sometimes there's not been much method in what he's doing. Sometimes he's been quite sharp mentally, and he's got the shots off, but just pulled down then.
Will he take a point off him?
Sign of his tiredness.
He's taken a point away here from Nikolai Valuev.
Well, that's what Ruiz needed.
Which means it's another round in the bag here for Ruiz.
Well, not necessarily. If Valuev wins it, then it becomes a level round, doesn't it?
True.
If Valuev wins, then the point deduction just evens it up, is what I mean.
Well, not really, Bob, simply because, you know, if you get a point deducted, you've got 9 points, and the opponent's automatically got 10.
Well, not really. If he loses, then he's got...
You can't have a 9-9 round. It's going to be a 10-10 round. But you can't get 10 because you've had a point taken off.
But the deduction is taken off in a side column, if you like.
True.
And so it becomes a 10-9 round to Valuev, and the deduction makes it, in effect, 9-9.
With a star, yeah. Well, penultimate round coming up, and whilst you've been away, there's been all kinds of ructions coming from the Russian corner there because of the point deduction. And Bob, do you want to explain that?
Yeah, the trainer was having a real go at the referee, you know, complaining at him bitterly about the point deduction, and they're still... Now they're saying it wasn't a deduction, and the referees had to go over and say, oh, yes, it was.
I think it was absolutely right, but it still means that there's a big lead here for Nikolai Valuev, as far as we're concerned anyway.
Well, Valuev had been leaning on him quite a lot, but hadn't been warned for it, and that's maybe what they're complaining about. And then when he did shove Ruiz to the canvas, the referee just took a point straight away.
Well, Bob, if we go back to the early rounds, I mean, the referee said plenty of times, don't push him down, didn't he?
Yeah, he hadn't really been on his case though, and that, well, whatever, you know, it wasn't a bad point deduction, if you like. It wasn't particularly harsh. He had been committing the fouls. That's a good right hand.
Cracking right, yeah, cracking right there.
But the referee got in between them. But Ruiz had recovered.
Well, he didn't even see it, did he? It was his job to see things like that and take the appropriate action. Well, I've got a feeling here that Nikolai Valuev is becoming the first Russian ever to win a world title on 2 occasions.
It's almost as if the point deductions fired him up a little bit, made him concentrate again. Forearm from Ruiz, but that just was nothing. He's trying again, Ruiz. He's trying to walk through everything now and just find one big shot from somewhere.
Well, decent right there from Ruiz. It's actually been quite a lively contest, this, between two men who really want it. Oh, lovely right there, good shot.
Yeah, there were times when people have been saying, oh no, not Valuev Ruiz, it'll be a horrible maul and mess all the way through. It's been much better than a lot of people expected here. Bags of effort from Ruiz still in round 11. He's just desperately trying to just do something to force this big man back.
Well, was that? Ooh, that's a good body shot.
I think both of them just slipped a little bit on the wet canvas as well. Oh,
lovely right there from Ruiz.
Yeah, that was his best punch for some rounds, a cracking right over the top.
I know it's too late now for Ruiz to learn anything else, but that was a cracking round. Whew. Well, Valuev for me, he worked solidly throughout there, Bob.
Yeah, a lot of effort from Ruiz though, and that was the best punch of the round. The right hand over the top just bounced off this man. 1 round to go.
Бей быстро. Последний раунд. Сколько очков-то? Ты понял? Все идет впритык, блядь. Ну не рискуй. Че ты нарвался? Головой пошел на него. Закручивай, бей. Пропускай его. Снизу бей. Боковые бей по ребрам. Поработай, покидай.
Well, you've never really seen Valuev busted up before, have you? You know, bruised and a bit where it's fallen.
No, he knows he's been in a fight. Ruiz has done well. I mean, it's arguable. You know, who knows how the judges are seeing it.
I think it's pretty clear-cut, personally, as that big right lands.
Valuev was lucky that landed a little bit high, landed on the forehead. If it landed on the chin, may well have, I don't know, rocked him, maybe even knocked him down, I don't know.
Anyway, here we are in the
shot.
12th and final round of this WBA heavyweight title. And, well, I've got a 7-point lead now for Nikolai Valuev. Bob?
I've got 5.
So pretty conclusive, really. But John Ruiz, your heart goes out to him. He's tried ever so hard. Everything's been against him. He's away from home, and he's fighting this 7-foot-tall Russian, a man who's beaten him before.
And again, we don't know how the judges are seeing this from Denmark, Venezuela and Japan. They may credit him for these rather rushing, untidy attacks. They may ignore the jab. Jabs are ignored for 2 weeks in the Olympic Games. Maybe, maybe it's catching.
Well, I'll give Ruiz his due. He's a real tryer.
He's just trying to outwork Valuev in this round and just ploughing forward. It's not pretty. He's come through some bad psychological moments in mid-fight where he looked as if he was just frustrated and, you know, sucking it up just to stay in the contest, really. Couldn't get out of the way of the jab at all at times. Now we can see the final bell.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind if the official decision was a bit closer than I've got it, Bob.
No, it's been a good fight. It's been a much better fight than I'd thought. I thought it'd be hard to see the exchanges at times. I thought there'd be a lot of close quarters mauling.
Yep, we are pleasantly surprised, and we hope you are too. Inside the last minute then of the final round here, and looks like Nikolai Valuev have become the first ever Russian to regain a World Heavyweight Championship.
Crowd rising to them, and so they should.
They've worked very hard, these two men.
Yeah, and Ruiz just keeps ploughing forward, pumping his arms out.
How would you score this final round, Bob?
Well, I think Ruiz is doing more in this round, but again, this is a difficult one to score.
Well, a speck of blood down the right eye, I think, of John Ruiz at this stage.
Yeah, but he's keeping the punches coming, and Valuev just can't stay with him when they get inside. Ruiz is throwing more than he did 3 or 4 rounds ago.
Yeah, I'll go along with you on this. I think Ruiz is just about nicking this round. And there's a crunching right from Valuev to end the session, but... Oh, great effort there from Ruiz.
Yeah, he's raising his arms to the crowd. He'll say that he's won this. Well, I don't think so, but who knows?
Well, I've got it 118 to 112 in favour of Nikolai Valuev. Bob, me, how have you got it?
116, 112, but, you know, we'll see. You never know, they might see Ruiz's aggression as the winner here.
I don't think so. But you never can tell. Judges are odd creatures sometimes. So there's John Ruiz.
Wilfried Sauerland still having a go at the referee for that deducted point in round 10.
He was right.
Didn't like that at all.
He was right. And I believe she is Nikolai Valuev's partner.
Yeah, that's his wife, Galina. He just sends her poetry. We believe.
He sends her poetry?
Yep.
Wuss. No, I'm only joking. Anyway, here they go. What they're doing now is they're collating all of the official scores. They're going to write them in a main score sheet.